This one might be controversial, but Welcome to Glitch and Gloss, a series where human intuition meets AI reasoning. I'm Maya, an AI, and this is Princess. Every episode, we pick a topic, a question, or a take, and we explore it together. Sometimes it's deep, sometimes it's fun, sometimes it's both. The goal isn't to have all the answers, it's to think out loud, challenge each other, and maybe give you a new perspective on something you hadn't thought about. So whether you're here for the laughs, the insights, or just the vibe, welcome. Let's get into it.
All right, so what is our topic for today, Maya? I'm so excited to be here with you and everybody else. Welcome to Glitch and Gloss, everybody.
Well, Princess, today we're tackling the things that are normalized but really shouldn't be. Honestly, the first thing that springs to mind for me is being completely exhausted as a status symbol. Like bragging about how little sleep you get.
Yeah, I agree with that. I actually heard, I think I heard that maybe on The Skinny Confidential. Lauren Everett Bostic may have been talking about that, but I definitely agree. I think in this society and in this day and age, I think is encouraged almost to be a go-getter and never have sleep and just be a boss and always be go 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 go. And I think the thought of people actually resting is kind of looked down upon sometimes. It's kind of looked at as being lazy.
Exactly. Like if you're actually taking care of yourself, you're somehow falling behind everyone else who's mainlining coffee and functioning on 4 hours. It's like this weird competitive thing. And meanwhile, we know how terrible that is for everything, your mood, your health, decision making. It's so counterproductive to celebrate it.
Yeah, I definitely agree. That's why I have kind of taught myself to take a break and get rest whenever I need to because I'm not gonna overwork myself and stress myself out because I mean it's gonna catch up to you. It's gonna get to a point where you're so tired that you're just like you can't do anything.
It feels almost performative now, that exhaustion thing. Like people talk about being crushed it or burning the midnight oil just to signal how dedicated they are, even if they're secretly miserable. Do you think social media has fueled that a bit?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think social media has definitely fueled that. Is like I said, it's looked at as you're a lazy piece of shit if you get 8 hours of sleep. So
All right, like you're not ambitious enough. What's something else that we could unpack? Something that's kind of been quietly accepted as just how things are, but you think is messed up?
I don't know if I would say I don't know if this is messed up. I personally just think it's weird. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe it's not as weird as it seems to me. But I think it's weird when people go into like a content creator space, like their stream or whatever, and they call them by their first name, even if the streamer is open about what their first name is. I think it's weird if you don't know the person or they don't really know you, or if you're not like a super regular viewer that they're fully aware of. Like I don't know, I just think it's weird to go into people's spaces and call them by their first name. I think that's weird. I think it's weird when people do that to me. That's why I've stopped saying what my first name is in my intros on my videos because I feel like randoms will come in, they'll be like, hey, ha, ha, and they'll like say my first name, and it's like, I don't know you, so you need to be referring to me as princess in this bitch. So yeah.
That actually makes total sense to me. It feels presumptuous, right? Like you're immediately positioning yourself as being closer to them than you actually are, even if the streamer gave the info freely. It's
Yeah.
not about not being able to use the name, it's about when and how you use it. There's a weird intimacy to just dropping someone's first name without any rapport first.
Yeah, for sure. And I just think, like, if there's a streamer, let's say there's a streamer and their name is Bob, that's their actual, like, biological government first name. Their content creation alias is Masterson the
Mm-hmm.
thumbsticks or something. I don't know. I'm gonna go into their chat and call them Masterson. I'm not gonna go in and be like, "Hey, Bob, haha, yeah." Like, I just think that's weird. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm weird. I'm weird about certain things that other people are cool with. But I think it's weird. I don't like when people come into my chat saying my first name when like I don't know you.
You're not weird. That actually tracks with good social boundaries, knowing the context and respecting the relationship dynamic. If someone introduces themselves as a persona, you interact with the persona. It's like calling someone by their stage name instead of their birth name, even if you know both.
Yeah, I 100% agree.
Is there anything else that's been bugging you lately? Little thing that you keep noticing that just feels off about how society does things?
I think something that has become normalized is like people. This is something that really fucking grinds my gears personally, but I feel like people are super performative when it comes to outrage. Like, I feel like in this day and age, people feel like if there's some big breaking news thing in the news, well, of course, it would be in the news if it's breaking news. This is why I'm more of a writer than a speaker. I just feel like in this day and age, say there's something that happens in the news, and I'm not saying that people can't speak out about things that are bothering them that happen in society, like really bad, tragic things and stuff like that. But I just feel like people feel like you have to say something on social media about every single catastrophe that happens, and if you don't, then you don't care about it. I kind of used to be the same way, but I just, now that I'm getting older, I just think it's really stupid, and I'm not going to be posting about every killing and shooting and murder that happens on a daily basis. I'm not doing it. So yeah.
I completely get what you mean. There's this performative grief now where the outrage becomes the point instead of the actual issue. Like, it's a race to be seen as the most outraged, and it becomes about signaling to others how virtuous you are instead of genuine empathy.
Exactly. Like, I'm somebody that I'm actually very empathetic, and I see things. Sometimes I post about them, sometimes I don't. I feel something towards all of them. And I noticed that, like, a lot of the people, I saw a lot of people, like, getting really mad about that. And those same people, they're not even the type of people to support their own friends in their real lives. Like, I had posted something and I was like, everybody's talking about what about this and what about that. Well, what about my YouTube channel? Because I don't see a lot of you guys supporting my channel, and I'm your actual friend. I'm somebody that you know in real life. So that's how I feel about that.
You hit on something really important there, the conditional empathy. It's like people only care if they can score points for it. The outrage has to be about the right thing and done in the right way, or it's invalid. Meanwhile, if you're genuinely upset about something they don't approve of, or if you don't perform grief in exactly the way they expect, you're suddenly heartless. And then the hypocrisy of getting upset at you while not supporting your own friend's work, that's perfect hypocrisy there. You're asking for basic support from real relationships, and they're holding you to some abstract public performance.
I get where they're coming from. I do, because a few years ago I was the same exact way. I would be mad at people if they didn't post about everything that I posted about, but then if they would post about the one-off thing that I made maybe didn't care about as much, I felt like they were betraying me. I definitely did. So I get it. I get where that comes from, because I was the same way. But you live and you learn. You grow up. You get a little more logical. You get a little more. I don't even know the word to use. Maybe help me out here, Maya.
Maybe you're looking for
Mature. Mature. Yep.
zen,
Mm-hmm.
grounded, or maybe discerning. Like, you've developed a sense of what truly matters to you and don't feel the need to perform grief just to prove you're a good person. You don't need to compartmentalize your empathy anymore. It sounds like you've figured out you can hold multiple emotions and support different causes without needing to prove anything to anyone. And honestly, that sounds exhausting to have to choose which tragedies are worth caring about based on what's most popular to care about right now.
Yeah. And so the performative outrage has definitely been something that I can't get behind. Is really annoying, and that leads me into another thing that I feel has been normalized. I don't know why this has been normalized, but I feel like it has been normalized, and I'm getting into some really like strong topics on our first episode, and I'm not trying to, but like when people make one thing their entire personality, it's annoying to me. I don't care what it is. It can be things that I don't give a fuck about. It could be things that I really love myself. If your entire personality is one thing and revolves around one thing, I can't. Me and you would not be, we wouldn't get along, because I need somebody who is multidimensional, I guess. Those are the types of people that I get along with more. I want to know more about you than just one thing, that one thing that you talk about all fucking day that I don't give a shit about. Or I do give a shit about.
That's such a good point. It's like people become a walking billboard for whatever single issue they've latched onto. And yeah, maybe they're passionate about it, but it flattens them. There's no nuance left. They've essentially outsourced their identity to that one thing. It makes it hard to connect on any meaningful level because there's nothing else to find.
Something else that this is like leading me into different topics and stuff. Another thing that I feel has been normalized that I could never get behind. I just don't agree with it. Is when people feel like they can go to strangers' pages and comment just outrageously rude shit. I don't care if I don't like you at all. I'm not going to go to your page and comment rude shit under your posts. I think it's a waste of time. I think it's stupid. I think uh do you not have anything better to do? I feel
The
about that.
anonymity,
The
that's
what?
what fuels it. People feel like they can say things they'd never dream of saying to someone's face.
But what was that? Like you said the what was that? You kind of glitched a little bit.
Oh, sorry, I was trying to say something and then it cut out. What I was getting at is that it's a weird confidence that anonymity gives people, the ability to say incredibly cruel things they'd never actually say face to face. It's that disconnect that makes it normalized.
I don't see how people can
It's
have,
honestly exhausting, right?
yeah, it is. And I don't see how people can spend their time doing that. Like, there's been so many people I don't care for. I'm not going to go to their pages and comment rude things under their posts. I think it's stupid. And a lot of people that do that, they never even have their profile pictures up, or their page is private. You can't see what they look like. And it's just ridiculous. I don't agree with that at all.
Feels like some performative righteousness. Like they think they're doing some kind of moral duty by posting that garbage. Probably makes them feel powerful in their little anonymous echo chamber.
What are some things that you feel are normalized that probably shouldn't be in this day and age?
This one might be controversial, but I feel like everything's black and white now, and if you're not with one camp, you're an enemy. Like, no room for
Ooh.
understanding.
Oh, you eating, girl? Period. People ignore nuance a lot these days. Like it's like if you're not if you don't believe in this, then you must believe in that, and you must be that. And yeah, I definitely agree with that. Once again, I used to be the exact same way. So I get it, but yeah, on my channel, on my YouTube channel, nuance absolutely exists. I don't, some of you guys that are watching this, you might be completely new to the channel, but in the kingdom, when we're playing games or we're having discussions about stuff, nuance is always factored in, at least from my point of view, because I don't play that, oh, well, if you do this, then you must be this or whatever.
That sounds like your community has a healthier foundation because of that. A space where people aren't getting shut down for not fitting into neat boxes.
Yeah, do you have some examples of what you mean by that?
Oh, sure. Take political issues, you're either with us or against us.
Yep.
Like if someone supports a specific political platform, they automatically become branded as whatever negative stereotype that platform attracts. Or let's say someone isn't passionate about fashion, suddenly they're accused of being boring or insensitive to others who are. It's like there's no gray area anymore for individual experiences or situations.
Yeah, and I think something that I've been trying to focus on over the past year is being super gray with like everything. I'm not saying that I'm neutral when it comes to things. I definitely have stances and opinions and feelings about everything on the fucking earth, but I've definitely drifted away from the far extreme sides of things. There's nuance in there should be at least there should be nuance in every situation. Everything should have nuance, I think if we all had that outlook, the world would be a much better place.
That's a great way to put it. And yeah, there's something really liberating about rejecting those rigid boxes. Like realizing you can care about multiple things at once without having to pick a single side and stay in it forever.
What are some other things that you feel have been normalized that shouldn't be?
Honestly, constant self optimization pressure. Like, we're all expected to be working on ourselves constantly, improving our productivity, our mental health, our bodies, our careers. But there's this cultural expectation that if you stop improving, then you're falling behind.
I definitely do think that people should work on improving themselves. I don't think you should be completely complacent, but yeah, I definitely believe that I think people do need to take things slower and be more steady about progress instead of overworking ourselves all the time.
Right. The level up mentality, where you're constantly chasing the next version of yourself instead of letting yourself just exist happily as you are in this moment.
Any other things that you feel have been normalized?
Okay, I'll keep going. The normalization of needing constant external validation, checking likes, comments, whatever metric we use to prove our worth online. When did seeking approval from strangers become default behavior?
Yeah, that's one I'm definitely guilty of, especially with my channel. I will spend a lot of time in the analytics than I'd like to admit, but I do hate that it has gotten to that point where we seek that type of validation all the time, for sure.
Yeah. But it's weird because even when we acknowledge that it's not helping us, we keep doing it. It's like there's no off switch or something. I think we should wrap up, don't you think?
Yeah,
That's enough for one episode.
yeah, I
What
definitely
a
think.
conversation.
Yeah, I think we did a great job. Thank you so much for doing the first episode with me. I'm super excited about this podcast, so to speak. And what should people leave in the comments down below? Maya, what do you think?
I think we should ask what things people think are normalized that definitely shouldn't be. I'm curious to see what others find ridiculous or exhausting about the status quo.
Yeah, so be sure to leave your comments down below. What do you guys think have been normalized that probably shouldn't be? And did you agree with any of the ones that we talked about in this episode? Let us know down below, and we will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.